another video. In this video, I'll be showing you guys my Wrestlemania WWE action figure setup. Say something really quick before I get into, what we're doing here, because obviously you can see I did a WrestleMania setup, but I do want to say, first off, I am back, guys. I am back. I just got back from my vacation yesterday, and I am back full swinging for the WrestleMania content. And also, one more thing, obviously, as you can hear, I did lose my voice during my vacation, so for the next couple of videos, if I do sound, if my voice sounds a little bit sore, that is why. So just, ignore that. You'll still hear me. You'll still see the figures right here because it's WrestleMania season. It's the day before WrestleMania 41 night 1, and I needed to get the videos out for you guys no matter what. So I'm very sorry about my voice, because everybody listens to YouTube videos with their volume on, so I'm very sorry in advance. But either way, we are here to show you guys the WrestleMania setup. And yes, so what I mean is, if you guys saw the video that I put out in November where I did a Survivor Series setup, and the video that I did in January where I did a setup for the Royal Rumble with my WWE action figures, and I'm doing it again for WrestleMania, baby, and we're probably going to do it for SummerSlam as well. But for WrestleMania, we're doing it in two parts because obviously there have been 40 WrestleManias. Tomorrow's WrestleMania 41 at the time of recording this video, so there have been 40 WrestleManias. I'm not trying to do 40 setups, so we're doing 1 through 20, and then maybe in the next video, I'm pretty sure in the next video, we're going to do 21 through 40. So we're here for part 1 of the WWE action figure WrestleMania setup here today for the Frankie's Figure Live YouTube channel. Coming back strong, you already know. Here we go. We're not going to waste any more time. Like I said, I got a setup for WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 3, WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 5, all the way to WrestleMania 20. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks. Frankie's Figure Life is back. Let's jump into the setup. Now, we're obviously going to start here for WrestleMania 1. The first ever WrestleMania in 1985 was headlined in the main event by a tag team match consisting of the Immortal Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff in a tag team match, as I said. And also, the camera might be shaking a little bit because I'm using my hands and not my, my stand, so it might be shaking. And, I'm not very good at holding cameras with my hands because, I'm always shaking around like that, not that bad, but you know what I'm saying? So I can see I just got a setup here where I got Hulk Hogan about to give Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, a strike right to his noggin, and I got Roddy Piper doing a sleeper hold to Mr. T right there, so I think it looks pretty cool. This exact spot didn't happen in the match, but, it shows you that this was the main event of WrestleMania 1. Now let's move on to WrestleMania 2. Okay, so by the way, we had to switch back to the stand because I just rewatched that clip where I did WrestleMania 1, and that was horrendous to watch. I am so sorry that you guys had to watch that, but we're going to stick with the stand for the rest of the video because it's not going to be shaking like this the entire time. So, here it is for WrestleMania 2. I didn't feel like doing King Kong Bundy and Hulk Hogan because that was the main event. Wanted to switch it up a little bit since I had the figure. The first ever Battle Royal at WrestleMania happened at WrestleMania 2. It was Andre the Giant who won a 20-man battle royal with a bunch of football players in it too. It had like some kind of special name. Had some football players in it. It had, obviously WWF superstars in it. And Andre the Giant was the winner because, back in the day, he was the king of battle royals. Like, if there was a battle royal in the 80s, Andre the Giant was in it and he won every single one. That's why they made the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in 2014. And literally 2 hours ago at the time we're recording this video, Carmelo Hayes just won probably not, if not the best Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal of all time. That was an amazing match, but it was originated because at WrestleMania 2, Andre the Giant won the Battle Royal at WrestleMania 2, and he wore this exact gear. We got a figure out of it last year, I'm pretty sure. So for WrestleMania 2, I got the yellow trunks, yellow boots, Andre the Giant, doing, just a cool stand. I got his hand up. Looks pretty cool. I don't know. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania 3 was arguably one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. You know, he had the technical classic at the time. Hot take, I think this match sucked, but Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man Randy Savage. And the reason I think that sucked because that match happened in 1987 and we're in 2025. I am a kid. I am more, I'm used to more developed matches like Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. So I kind of find that match a little bit boring, but that's not the point. For this setup, we have arguably one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time when Andre the Giant got slammed by Hulk Hogan in the middle of the ring, in the center of the ring, and there is no blue tack, no stand, no nothing, no rubber bands, nothing here that I used to do this setup. Just those two. I have Hulk Hogan doing the slam to Andre the Giant. You can see no rubber bands or anything, but I think I replicated pretty dang good because obviously, he gave him a power slam, body slam right in the middle of the ring to defeat Andre the Giant to retain the WWF World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 3. And I got it in the front because, like I said, at least from WrestleMania 1 to 20, this was the most memorable WrestleMania moment of all time. Definitely top 3, I'd say, up there with the heist of the century with Seth Rollins. But either way, this looks so sick. Probably one of my favorites in this entire setup. Now we move over to WrestleMania 4, aka one of the most boring WrestleManias of all time. The entire show was a tournament besides like 2 matches, which was the IC title match and the tag match. But either way, we got the Macho Man Randy Savage. Sorry, I tried to do a Macho Man impression there, but like I said, I lost my voice. That was so bad. That was a terrible voice crack. Sorry you had to hear that. But as you can see, I got Macho Man Randy Savage holding up the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, which that was when they debuted that title. Because like I said, the entire show was a tournament to crown the new WWF World Heavyweight Championship. The finals were the Macho Man Randy Savage versus the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. Not even going to try to do DiBiase live right now because even when I try to, I am terrible at doing a DiBiase live. But still, you can see he has, he's holding up the title. And yes, he beat $1 Million Man in the finals over WrestleMania 4. So yeah, looks pretty cool. I didn't really know what else to do, so, just got him holding the title. Now, right in front of WrestleMania 4 right here, we have WrestleMania 5, where Hulk Hogan defeated Macho Man Randy Savage, who still held the title all the way through from WrestleMania 4 to WrestleMania 5 when he lost to Hulk Hogan in the Mecha Powers Explode match. It was also a very boring match because, it's a 1980s WrestleMania match with Hulk Hogan. It's gonna be boring. So, he won. He was a bloody mess after it. I didn't feel like, putting face paint all over him. He won the title just like every other WrestleMania coming up, and that happened. So, yeah, Hulk Hogan won again, holding the title. Everybody expected it to happen. Hulk Hogan was also like the most over guy in all of professional wrestling, probably since Bruno Sammartino or ever. So, everybody was still happy. But, yeah, Hulk Hogan won again. Let's just move on to WrestleMania 6, where he actually lost. WrestleMania 6 over here in kind of the middle of the ring right here, just direct towards right there. I know there's a lot going on, but direct your attention towards the Ultimate Warrior right here because the main event of WrestleMania 6 was the immortal Hulk Hogan, defending his World Heavyweight Championship, against the Ultimate Warrior in a title unification match for the Intercontinental title and the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, and the Ultimate Warrior won wearing this gear. And before all you guys who love WrestleMania 6 bash me in the comments, yes, I know when he won the titles, when he was celebrating, he had the face paint off. This is the best I can do because I know they've released this figure 20,000 times, and I only have one of the versions. I know it's crazy, but actually I do have the new from the vault, which has the no face paint head scan, but I do not have it out of the box. I will be doing a review on it coming very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I got it like this. It looks pretty cool. I got him holding up both titles just like he did at WrestleMania with the really cool pyro. He had a really cool celebration. But I got the Ultimate Warrior right here. WrestleMania 6. Now let's move on to WrestleMania 7 with another Ultimate Warrior setup. WrestleMania 7 over here, and also just direct your attention over here to the Macho Man being held up for a gorilla press slam by the Ultimate Warrior. I got them wearing their exact gears. This is the defining moments Macho Man from WrestleMania 7 and the WrestleMania 7 Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior figure. They look very cool. I got them up for the gorilla press slam right there. This took so long to balance, but it finally balanced, and I'm so happy it did not fall over before I got to the setup. If it falls over again, it's fine. I already took the picture for the thumbnail, so it can fall over as many times as it wants. I just wanted you guys to see this because it took so long for me to balance this. So thank God it did not fall over, but it looks very cool. This was a very long match, but it was probably the best match of the night, most memorable really, because Macho Man did like the 20,000 elbow drops off the top, but then eventually Ultimate Warrior came out with the victory and retired Macho Man for like 7 months, and then he came back at Tuesday in Texas to have the feud with Jake Roberts and all that stuff. You already know what happened with that, and then he reunited with Miss Elizabeth at the after this match. But I wanted to do these two since I have their figures. It looks very cool. Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man Randy Savage. Let's move on to WrestleMania 8. Moving over here to WrestleMania 8, if any of you guys saw the review that I did on the Legend Series 24 Hulk Hogan and Kurt Angle video, where I reviewed them, definitely go check it out if you have not seen it already. But if you guys saw that video, and if you guys saw the ranking, my top 10 favorite Hulk Hogan figures in my collection, then you already knew that I was going to do this for WrestleMania 8. This is my favorite Hulk Hogan attire of all time. I got him doing the infamous pose that he did in front of the New Generation Arena stand when he made his entrance at WrestleMania 8. It looks very cool. It just looks cinema. I love it. I love this pose. I love this version of Hulk Hogan. It looks so cool. So, yeah, this is when he came out to fight his last match in the WWF before WrestleMania 9, which we'll talk about very soon in just a couple seconds here, where Hulk Hogan, did something else, which, like I said, we're going to talk about in a couple seconds. But yes, he fought Sid Justice and then left for a year. Now we're here at WrestleMania 9, where the main event technically was Bret Hart versus Yokozuna for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Yokozuna defeated Bret Hart. And then, after the match, of course, the man who just came back after a year had to come out, had to save the match. Out came Hulk Hogan, who already had a match for the tag team titles earlier in the night, and he lost, but Vince said, that's not going to work for me, brother. Or no, Hulk Hogan said, that's not going to work for me, brother. I got to win a title if I'm coming back. So he came out, talked to Bret Hart on ringside, just like this, right in front of the barricade. He said, you need me to take care of him, brother? And he said, yeah, go get him. And then he beat Yokozuna in like a minute for the world title. It was kind of stupid, but, that's Hulk Hogan in the 90s for you. Just being shoved down people's throats, and people did not like this. This is when people got tired of Hulk Hogan. Then he left to go to WCW, and then this is kind of what sparked him turning heel in the NWO and WCW. So you can see I got him talking to Bret right there on the barricade, and then Yokozuna behind him. Looks pretty cool, but yeah, WrestleMania was a great WrestleMania, but not the best ending. Now, WrestleMania 10 is probably by far my favorite setup of this entire setup, which I said with Hulk Hogan and Andre. But let's be honest, here we got Razor Ramon on the top of the ladder, holding 2 Intercontinental Championships, because at WrestleMania 10, we saw the iconic ladder match where both Intercontinental Championships were held above the ring, where Razor Ramon first had fought Shawn Michaels in the first ever ladder match. It was an amazing match for the time. It was an incredible match, and he won, and he did this classic pose on the top of the ladder. After he won, he held both the titles on his arms like that. It looks very cool. Yeah, it just looks so sick, because it just towers over this entire setup, and it looks so sick in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna breeze right through this. Do not mind, I'm just gonna say it real quick. WrestleMania 11, the main event was Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor. Yes, Lawrence Taylor, the football player back in the 90s. One of the best football players back in the 90s. Fought in the main event of WrestleMania in 1995. Yes, if you were not aware of this, I'm sorry I had to remind you of this. Which, I guess, they were doing very bad at the time with their viewership. They needed to get views up. But I don't know if Lawrence Taylor was the way to go. I really don't know. But, yeah, I just got Bam Bam Bigelow staring down Lawrence Taylor. I don't want to talk about this much further, because this custom Lawrence Taylor, I barely had any time. I just got this shad from Crime Time for, my birthday this month, and I just kind of threw a John Cena shirt on there because, he wore red, white, and blue, and that's just my custom Lawrence Taylor. This is the best I can do. Now let's move on to WrestleMania 12 and never speak of this again. WrestleMania 12, the boyhood dream comes true. Shawn Michaels defeated Bret Hart in a 60-minute Iron Man match in the main event. and the boyhood dream kind of came true in overtime, and Shawn Michaels won. He won with a sweet chin music, a classic, iconic moment for WrestleMania. I got him with the pose where he grabbed the title, he put it up against his face, but I just got him holding it because I know if I try to put it against his face, then it would not stay. So I got him holding the title right there, wearing the gear that he wore at WrestleMania 12. Looks very cool, Shawn Michaels, the boyhood dream comes true. Looking very cool right now, right there. Now let's move on to WrestleMania 13, which is actually right behind WrestleMania 12. Okay, so WrestleMania 13, as you can see here, it's kind of just hidden back here. But this was not the main event, but it was definitely the most iconic match at WrestleMania 13, and one of the most iconic matches in WrestleMania history. I mean, it's the only match to ever been inducted in the Hall of Fame, which, is happening in, like 2 hours. I'm recording this at like 11:30. I really want to get this video out for you guys. So, yeah. That's still insane that's happening at 1 in the morning. I don't even know what to say about that. But still, this was an iconic submission match. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. The ending was insane. He locked in a sharpshooter for like a minute, maybe 3 minutes. I don't even know how long. But he had the sharpshooter in for such a long time. Oh, Stone Cold was bleeding from his head. It was insane. And then he finally passed out. He did not tap out. But that was really the beginning of Austin 316. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Being like a badass, that was the birth of Austin 316 right there. But I just got him doing the sharpshooter, Austin, he's kind of just like out, not moving. I don't know, I think it looks awesome. WrestleMania 14, which is arguably also what made Austin 316 really Austin 316 right here. Just also kind of just direct your attention to right here where you got Stone Cold Steve Austin giving a Stone Cold Stunner to Shawn Michaels right there at WrestleMania 14 to become the WWF World Heavyweight Champion for the first time ever. But, that's really what started the Attitude Era, and really, Stone Cold Steve Austin as Austin 316, you already know. So, yeah. Looks pretty cool. I got him doing a stunner, like I said. And this is where Mike Tyson was the referee, and he helped Stone Cold beat Shawn Michaels, because, Mike Tyson didn't want to be in D-Generation X anymore, so it caused Shawn Michaels to be away from the WWF for, when did he come back? 2002, so that's 3 years, I think, 99, 2000, 2001, yeah, 3 years. So, he took Shawn Michaels out for 3 years, and then Stone Cold became Stone Cold Steve Austin, Austin 316, oh, hell yeah. WrestleMania 15, I really didn't know what to do because nothing really happened at WrestleMania 13. The main event was Rock vs. Stone Cold for the first time of the 3 times that it happened. They already got them staring each other down right there, and yeah. Stone Cold won. That's really all you need to know. Nothing really crazy happened in this match. Just that Stone Cold won. I got them staring down. That's not much for this setup, but I can't skip a WrestleMania. WrestleMania 15, Austin Rock's first match of their trilogy. Right there. Move on to WrestleMania 16, or as they call it, WrestleMania 2000. Here we've got WrestleMania 16 / WrestleMania 2000, and the main event was a fatal 4-way elimination match for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. I forgot they didn't change it till 2 years later. Sorry about that. But yes, here it is, WrestleMania 1 year later. I'm sorry, I can't count. But still, here we got WrestleMania 16. I got the fatal 4-way was the Big Show versus Mick Foley versus Triple H versus The Rock, who Triple H was the champion at the time, and he defeated The Rock. He eliminated him last to retain the title. And what was special about this match is that they all had a McMahon as their manager. So Linda McMahon was manager for Mick Foley. Vince McMahon was the manager for The Rock. Stephanie for Triple H, and Shane McMahon for The Big Show. And I must say, this setup was very hard. I used a rubber band to do the Big Show chokeslam to Cactus Jack McFoley right there. But it looks very cool. I got them right next to each other. I think it's a pretty cool setup. WrestleMania 17 over here, one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, and I could have done, now that I think about it, I could have done like the spear from Edge to Jeff Hardy, but I didn't feel like doing all that stuff, so we got the steel chair shot from Stone Cold Steve Austin to The Rock, and it's back here. I don't know if you can tell, but Stone Cold is doing the steel chair shot to The Rock. We all know how this ended. He hit The Rock with a steel chair, and then Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, whatever you want to help, or whatever you want to call him. My God, I cannot speak physically and mentally, but he helped out Stone Cold Steve Austin beat The Rock, and Stone Cold and Vince McMahon, they joined forces for some reason, even though Vince McMahon put Stone Cold through hell for the past like 3, 4, 5 years, and then they become friends. I don't understand it, but it was an iconic moment, so I got him doing the steel chair, and the main reason I did the steel chair shot is because I ran out of room at this point. WrestleMania 18, Icon versus Icon. You don't even know, you already know where to look. Right here in the middle of the ring, we got The Rock doing the infamous pose that he did with Hulk Hogan. I tried to replicate it best I could. The Rock kind of looked this way, the infamous picture that we all see all throughout social media when they talk about WrestleMania 18. So you can see The Rock looking that way, Hulk Hogan looking that way. Looks very, very cool. I love how, I did that. I think it looks awesome. Obviously, this match was not the greatest match of all time, because you got The Rock and a Hulk Hogan from 2001, or 2002, sorry, you're not going to have a good match. So, really, the only good part about this match is that the crowd was on fire, especially during the stare down. Crowd was lit, on fire. It was insane. They were cheering for Rock, Hogan, which eventually sparked into Hulk Hogan turning face the night after, and then, the whole thing where he became undisputed champion in 2002. He had that whole run. You already know about that, but you already know. This was one of the most iconic matches in WrestleMania history. Sorry, I had to swallow. I've been talking a lot here. So, very cool setup. Rock and Hogan, Icon versus Icon, staring right down to each other in the middle of the ring. Here for WrestleMania 19, the main event, the iconic main event, was Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle for the Undisputed Championship. And as you can see here, the most memorable moment of this entire show and of this match was when Brock Lesnar, the thing that I cringe at every time I see it, unfortunately, he was going for a shooting star press, which as you can see, I used the magical piece, as Brett Alive says it, doing the shooting star press midair. You can see I got him, his arms and legs going all the way around. Kurt Angle's down there, as you can see. He's about to meet his fate. Because if you haven't seen it, then you're a lucky person, because I don't think you want to see it. It makes me cringe every time I see it. Like I said, he went for the shooting star press and landed right on his head, right on his neck. He got a concussion, but he still followed through to, finish the match. And then, they tried to wheel him out into a stretcher, but then he fought everybody off, being the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar in 2003, being such a beast, pun intended, heavily. But yeah, very, very cool Brock Lesnar moment, but, let's just say, probably wasn't very cool for Brock Lesnar, but you want to know what is very cool? This setup right here. Okay, guys, it's now time for the final setup for WrestleMania 20, and as you can see here, we are not pointing at the setup right now, but the setup that I'm doing for WrestleMania 20 was not the main event. It was probably the best moment of the entire night. It definitely was the most iconic moment of the entire night when we saw the return of the dead man, The Undertaker. So this is the only guy that I have on the stage, because it's for WrestleMania 20, the last one of the video. I got him standing. He made his return as the dead man for the first time since 1999, but he wore the gear that the last time we saw him wear was 1997, so we brought it back in 2004 for WrestleMania 20. He beat Kane, and he's been the same ever since, this same gimmick, and this was such an amazing return, and yeah, it was awesome. They built it up at the Royal Rumble when they heard the gong in the Rumble match. Kane freaked out, and then he fought Kane at WrestleMania 20. Amazing storytelling. It looks so cool. Got him up at the stage. Looked very cool. Definitely the best, most iconic moment of the entire night when we saw the return of the dead man, the Phenom, The Undertaker. But guys, that is going to do it for the WWE WrestleMania WWE action figure setup part 1 here for the Frankie's Figure Life YouTube channel. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe. We are on the road to 300 subscribers. Guys, we are at 297 subscribers. tomorrow and Sunday is WrestleMania, guys. I am begging you, please get me to 300 subscribers on either tomorrow or Sunday, please. I really want to hit 300 subscribers on WrestleMania Day because we hit 200 on the Royal Rumble Day, and it would be so sick if we hit 300 subscribers on WrestleMania. So please, guys, if you are new, please just help me out. Do me a solid, please. If you have not already, definitely go subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Please subscribe. I am begging you. We put out banger videos, banger content here on the channel, so definitely go check them out. Definitely go subscribe, like, comment, share. Do all that stuff because I really want to hit 300 subscribers by tomorrow or the day after. So please, guys, I'm begging you, from Frankie's Regular Life, from your favorite YouTuber, please give me the 300 subscribers. But either way, this was a very fun setup to make. I'm very excited to do the part 2. I don't know what video is going to come out tomorrow. It might be part 2 of this, and it also might be another video, which I don't want to spoil because I don't want to get you guys' hopes up just in case I don't do the video. But you'll see if there's a video tomorrow. There definitely will be one, but I just need to figure out which video I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But stay tuned for tomorrow's video. It's going to be a WrestleMania video. You already know we're doing a WrestleMania video all week long until Monday, where we do the main event talk on WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. So stay tuned for all that content. We're back, baby. My voice might be lost a little bit, but we're still bringing content to you guys because I am Frankie's Regular Life, and I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers. So please get me to 300 subscribers by today or tomorrow, or, by tomorrow or the day after. I'm losing my voice still, but guys, you already know the drill. I am Frankie's Regular Life, and I'm signing out. Peace.